What's poppin', friends and fam? I'm Luukzilla, this is iCraft, and I'm glad you're here. I know, I'm shocked to see me too. It didn't take me a whole year to make another episode. That's crazy, right? I bet you might be wondering where I am right now because I don't remember if I've ever been here on video, especially not this particular grass block, I guess. I don't know. I made this off camera. So we did have a portal to the minigames area technically, but it went inside of Iandis's tent, so that's kind of more her portal. So I decided to make like a central portal type thing for the minigames area because I want to get started on my first minigame here, and I think actually the first minigame on this season because Serpent isn't finished with his yet, which is just right over there. So if I get mine finished, then it'll be the first minigame on the server. So I laid out this little blueprint for it, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to do the exterior first. It's going to look like a tent. So yeah, I'm just going to get on with it. I'm going to build the tent up, and then I'll see you in a second. So this is what we're working with so far. As you can see, it's a tent. It's like a circus tent. It's kind of like two tents put together, actually. The game that I'm going to be making, it's actually a throwback to a game that I made on Season 3. It's called Hang Golem. It's basically Hangman, but in Minecraft. Whenever I built it on Season 3, it was kind of towards the end of the season, so we only got to play it once. So I figured, why not have this be the first ever minigame here in the minigames area. There's still a few more details that we have to do to the tent. Like for instance, I'm gonna have little awnings that come off the front of this. I think there's 4 of those, and then fence will come all the way down. I didn't really space this out very well. It comes right up next to the center thing. Well, I did end up making it shorter just because it's gonna look fine either way, so gonna put carpets on top of these, and then we're going to put orange wool here and here, and then white wool up there. So it's a nice little awning, kind of blocks the sun from the entrance. I am gonna put like carpets above all of this whenever I'm finished, but I figured that could wait till the end. There's gonna be an awning on this part too, but it's gonna be a short awning compared to the other side, just to add a little bit of a, I don't know, differentiation. We're gonna need to use string on this side to hold up the carpet. Okay, so we're gonna do the same stripy pattern as before, and that's how it's gonna look from the bottom. Hey, I like that, that's pretty nice. So like I said, this game is based on Hangman, but it's with an iron golem. So over here on this side is going to be where the iron golem gets hung. Okay, so there's gonna be a stand in the back here that the iron golem is going to be hanging from, and then basically, yeah, it's just going to be hung up like a regular old golem, just like that. And then we're going to use acacia trapdoors to make a gate around this little pit that they're going to fall into. And I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with the discarded golems. The goal of the game, just like the normal way, you guess a letter. If you get it wrong, it creates an extra body part. Yeah, there's only 5 body parts here, so it kind of adds a bit of a challenge, but if we limit it to just doing Minecraft related items, then you only got a certain amount of options, and it seemed to work out pretty good whenever we tested it on Season 3. So that side's where the game is going to go. This side is where the word board is going to be. First, we're going to work on the area that's behind the word board. So I want this to kind of look like the area where, you know, you go to a carnival or an amusement park, you play their games, and then you win the prizes. So the area behind the word board, I'm going to put all these bookshelves here, and these are kind of supposed to look like the shelves that all the toys you can win are on. And a couple of potted plants here just to bring it all together. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Along the front of it, there's going to be fences that stack up 3 blocks high. And then along the front of the fences, that's where you're going to place the signs. And whenever you play the game, each sign is for like a letter. So let's say the word I choose is cobblestone. So it'd be, let's start at the very edge over here. C-O-B-B-L-E. This one you're probably gonna have to break into 2 words. S-T-O-N-E. So whenever you start the game, you're gonna have the signs blank. Then they'll guess a letter. If they get it wrong, you add a body part to the golem. If they get it right, then you add the letter. So let's say I guess B, we would replace both of these signs with B's. Just like that. That's how you play Hang Golem. Alright, we got all the finishing touches done, so I think it's official. It's finally open for business. Not really for business, because I'm not making a profit off of this, but ready to be played. We got a sign that says Hang Golem. I added carpets to every single piece of wool just so that no mobs can spawn up there. That's pretty awesome. Put a little demonstration here. There's a box of body parts, which is the iron and the jack-o'-lanterns. But you have to place the jack-o'-lantern last, or else it won't turn into an iron golem. My frames are like super low right now. It's hard playing without Optifine. I have a bad computer, but we'll get over it. I added instructions here in a little booklet so people can flip through it and see how to play, though it's pretty self-explanatory if you've played Hangman before. The signs just say Hang Golem for now until somebody plays, then they'll be changed into something random. There's more signs in that chest there. And yeah, that's about it. That's about it. It is officially open. I can't wait for people to come here and play. I might try to get someone and play a game in the next episode or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's move on to something else. The next thing on the docket is I want to show you something that I did in the Nether. I certainly have been doing some work in here. I know in the last episode I said it'd probably be another couple of months before I'm here again, but I'm back already to show you this. I have been doing some work in the Nether. I made this little portal decoration for the town center portal. This leads to the shopping district in central town. It's basically supposed to look like a miniature version of the, you know, of the structure that we have in the overworld, which you guys have probably seen a million times. So yeah, I think I did a good job making a miniature version of it. It looks pretty cute. As well as I did this. My old ugly work in progress bone meal box that I had around my portal, it wasn't doing the job. So I made a structure around it, and it's basically supposed to look like a miniature version, or not exactly a miniature version, just like a build that's in the same style as the houses at my base. I think I did a good job with it, and it connects really nicely to the portal to the western district. So yeah, a few more things being built up here in the Nether, which is awesome. Eventually it's gonna look like a whole new world in here, which is cool. I put this map here, and even though maps don't really work in the Nether because it just makes this texture, we can still put little, I forgot what these are called, little markers on the map for the different areas, so that's pretty cool. At least we got something. So, I don't know, people can kind of know where they're going. I just thought it was cool. Next, we're going to head to my base, and I think we're gonna start laying some things out for like the future of the series, things that I want to get done. So yeah, let's head on in there. Before we go to my base, there's a couple little things that I want to show you on the way. Here's the wheat island. You guys have seen that a million times, but does this area look a little different? Well, different compared to what? I mean, I know it's been years since I've showed off this area, but you know. So down at the very end, that's the saloon that you guys would have seen us do during a group project that was quite a few episodes ago. This building right here is brand new though. I built it just recently to house our nether portal. The nether portal has been here for quite a while, but it was just kind of chilling out in the open. So I decided to build a house around it. I was gonna put letters up there that say like bank or something. I don't know, just something random. Tried to make the inside look kind of like a bank. Like this is the entrance to the bank vault. I could still add the banner letters up there if I wanted to, because then it'll even more match the saloon. If I get closer, you'll see there it goes. See, it says saloon up there, so I was gonna put letters on the front of this to kind of make it match, but it doesn't really matter. I might just leave it as it is. I tried to make the block palette match as closely as possible. You know, acacia trapdoors, mostly made of spruce, but with little oak accents. So, yeah, I think they fit well together. But also these paths. These paths I've been working on a little bit. We did just have regular path blocks going on, as you can see down there. I only did up to the bank and the pathway to my base. I'll definitely be doing more later, but yeah, that's all I wanted to show you for this part. I've just been working on paths, and I made another entrance. Here's the entrance to my base. I know, I'll just give you a whole little tour real quick since it's been so long. This is my base. I've got a whole bunch of random miscellaneous farms that I'll probably be tearing down in this episode, but we'll get back to that later. Here's my house. It's beautiful. I got a mailbox that has my name on it. Let's go on inside. There's a little miniature iCraft crafting table. Here are my pets. There's JetBlue Jet. There's Ree, and there's unnamed dog with yellow collar. Here's a map of the whole area. As you can see, this is my base here. It looks beautiful. Go down to the basement. This is where I spend all of my time, to be honest. Got my little mini storage system, chilling next to myself. Yeah, that's what I do. I got an unnamed zombie right here holding a boat. He's here to attack my villagers, basically. I got 4 of these guys. One of my friends commented on the last video recommending that I make houses for these villagers and make my own little village. That is something I want to do at some point. I don't want to do it right now because I don't exactly have a plan for it, but yeah, these guys are not going to stay in my basement forever. They're just here for now because they're convenient. Yep, these are my homies, chilling with the boys in my basement. They're slaves, I think. That's pretty much what they are. I mean, look at them. They're kind of trapped in their cells. They can't go anywhere. I'm sorry, guys. I'll give you houses soon, but you just gotta bear with me. Let's talk about this area now. So we got a wool farm. We got a pumpkin farm. Ta-da. We got cacti, and we got sugarcane. They're all just kind of out in the open, doing their thing. You know how it be. But these are very temporary. This is not how I want my base to look. I think I've collected enough materials to where if I tore them down now and then build something later, I'll be fine. Like, I'm not in drastic need for any cactus or sugarcane or pumpkins or wool. I mean, wool I could always use, but I got a good stockpile of it now, a whole shulker box full of white wool. So we kind of got 2 sections of our base. This one here that's in the savannah, then this one across the bridge here that's in a dark oak forest, so the grass is a different color. And over here is where I have pens full of sheep, Christmas colored sheep, and cows. I call my base Lukey Ranch, but there's nothing really ranchy about it yet. Ranchy or raunchy. Yeah. It's pretty pristine if you ask me. So here are my plans. Let me just spill the beans real quick. I want to do like a barn. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but this area is going to be just where the cows and the sheep and probably my horse, and I might bring some pigs over here. This is where the animals are going to live. So this side of my base, near my house, I'm going to remake pretty much all of these farms, or all the necessary ones. I don't know if I'll do every single one. Like pumpkins, I don't know if I need more than I have. I was only growing them so that I would have jack-o'-lanterns for the mini game, for the iron golems, for hang golem. You know what I'm talking about. So I'll tear these farms down. I'm gonna make new ones, but I'm gonna decorate them like they're gonna be built in the same style as my house. Then there's a 3rd section of my base, which is back this way. Now this is where I plan on moving my villagers. I'm gonna do different buildings based on their profession. Right now I just have 3 librarians and a mason. I'm gonna breed them up some more and get like a variety of different types. The farmer villagers, I'm gonna breed some farmer villagers, and I'm gonna put them over by like the barns and stuff. But back in this area, I want to have a library, like an actual like library building for the librarian villagers. That's going to be pristine and awesome, and that's kind of why I want to do it like separate from that area. Like you can't even see my western base from here because of the thickness of the trees that I planted. So the western is on this side, and then this is going to be a whole new world. It's going to be more modern style building. So it's going to be a library. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of quartz. I want to do some really big buildings to compete with Mikey's area back here. Not compete, but you know, like I'm mostly a small scale builder, but I want it to, since Mikey's base is so large, I want to do some kind of bigger-ish buildings, at least bigger than they are over in my western area. I may have mentioned this before, but somewhere over here, I want to do some more Venice-styled buildings that match that one. We joke around and call this the Mustard Mansion, so I want to do a red one to be like the Ketchup Mansion. These are just thoughts that are in my head. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Give me some ideas of what to build. I don't know. I think it might be about time to wrap up this episode. I've been rambling for a while now. One last thing before I go. So like I said, over in this area, I'm gonna rebuild these farms, but I'm gonna make them like small scaled. One thing I want to do is have sheep pens, but I want to do one for each different color of sheep. I don't really know if I have all the space for that. It might get a little crammed in here. I got a fair amount of space. If I can do them like this small for each of them, I think I could probably even compact this even more by putting like these parts underground. If I'm at my base, they'll be loaded. I can check them every once in a while and they'll have some resources for me. But then way over on this side, let me run further so that stuff starts to render in. Plus it's nighttime, so it's gonna be a little harder to see. So these mountains here, this is still part of the Western District. Mostly, I think most people think the Western District is just from the wheat field to the saloon here, but we have this whole other area of savanna. And I want to do some big farms, like a big sugarcane farm, a big melon and pumpkin farm, a big butt farm, a big old booty farm, you know, every kind of big farm I can think of. I'm gonna throw it back here in the mountains. I'm still gonna make it all Western themed and everything on the outside, but the inside is just gonna be all farms, massive, ridiculous farms. I'm not even like a big technical kind of guy, so I'll probably recruit some help for these. So my base, I'm gonna do small farms that are gonna be always loaded when I'm at my base. Over here, you know, this isn't gonna be loaded when I'm at my base, so I'll come over here whenever I need a large amount of resources, but they're gonna be open to the community, since like my base is just, you know, my house and then that island there. On this side of the bridge, that's fair game. That's just the Western District. So I'll build farms, community farms that are massive, probably get some help. Anyone can come over here, they can get the resources they need, whatever. It's gonna be awesome. Oh my gosh, my mouth is getting tired. I've rambled on for too long. I think it's time to end this episode. I really, really appreciate you guys watching and bearing with me, listening to me ramble for hours. No, it's only been like 20 minutes. If that. Depends on how good I edit this video, and you know me, I do love me some editing. Haha, haha, ha. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you liked it, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button. You don't have to, but, you know, help a brother out. And you know what time it is. Leave the friend zone, join the fam, wanna know how, subscribe to my chan, and have a good night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is for you. Have a great one, and I will catch you next time.